And now, the best 60-ish seconds of your week. We're taping this on Friday the 13th, perhaps a little bit of an ominous sign. Tonight there's a full moon and it's Palindrome week, actually 10 days. As you watch this Saturday morning, you can check it out, 9/14, 9/19, try it backwards. And I love palindromes. I am often reminded of Napoleon's "Able was I ere I saw Elba," and Teddy Roosevelt's "A man, a plan, a canal, Panama." If you can do better than that, send it to us. I'll mention it next week. They're a lot of fun. And before we get down to serious business, several of you have said that you like the references to baseball. So one quick one. As we saw the Los Angeles Dodgers clinch the division championship already, the 7th consecutive year that they've done that. That puts them into some pretty heady company with the New York Yankees, who have 9 consecutive division championships on their record. They had a few before divisional play began, by the way. And the one that's likely not to be beaten for a very long time, the Atlanta Braves' 14-year streak. They might pick up another one this year. So stay tuned as we get ready for the Fall Classic. And on to some somber stuff. This week, of course, we observed the anniversary of September 11th, the day that we will always remember. And I was touched by the picture of the little boy in front of the National Cathedral with a sign that simply said, "God bless America. We will never be terrorized." And this week, the world lost a great man. Boone Pickens passed away at age 91, a philanthropist of great success, a capitalist, phenomenally successful businessman. And as the Business Roundtable moves away from shareholders being at the core of corporate life, Boone Pickens was always the protector and promoter of shareholder rights, shareholder value, and shareholder success. We could use a few more of him. And on a personal note, we here at Quantum Communications will always be grateful to Boone Pickens for his help when we produced, along with Carlton Sherwood, the movie Stolen Honor. He sent a very substantial personal contribution to that effort. May he rest in peace, and may light perpetual shine upon him. And this week, 2 special elections, both in North Carolina, both won by Republicans, but a little bit of good news in there for both the GOP and the Democrats, because these were elections that were closer than they should have been, and situations where the Republicans probably cannot replicate the spending that they did on any individual congressional seat in the 2020 cycle. So the Democrats still have a little bit to crow about, but they lost 2 seats they thought they could pick up. And President Trump was rightly credited with making the difference there. So we moved on to the Democrats' debate, the 3-hour marathon in Houston on Thursday night. And what was remarkable was both the lack of moderates on the stage, Delaney, Ryan, Bullock, Bennett, even Tulsi Gabbard, none of them there. And so it really was a debate between the left and the far left of the Democratic Party, indicating once again how far to the left the National Democrats have lurched already in the 2020 cycle. What was particularly fascinating was that there was not a single question asked about the economy. If James Carville was right, that it's the economy, stupid, the Democrats were really wrong on Thursday night. And the pundits always like to say, what were the takeaways? Well, the takeaways were talking about taking away individual health care, taking away people's guns, taking away a lot of their money in taxes to pay for all the nutty programs that Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren et al. Are promoting. Where does that leave them? Joe Biden was probably the winner on Thursday night, not only because he survived, but because he showed a little bit of additional strength that he hadn't previously. But again, when they meet in October for the next debate, what's the stage going to look like? Is it simply going to be cluttered with the far left and not so far left of the Democratic Party? Is there going to be any voice of moderation in there? Because ultimately, the big winner again on Thursday night, you'd have to say, was Donald J. Trump. And of course, this week we celebrate Constitution Day. An awful lot to be said about the world's longest living Constitution, and one which has been so rightly described as one of the greatest things ever written by mankind. Take a minute and simply read it. It will be worth your while and a great moment for you, your family, and any who share that moment with you. But for now, That is the best 60-ish seconds of your week.